Hey everybody, welcome back. Today I'm going to be using a Ninja Foodi Possible Cooker Pro to make some buffalo chicken macaroni and cheese casserole. It's super easy to make and I guarantee you're going to love it. So you ready? Let's get into this. Alright, for this recipe we're going to need a trimmed chicken breast, Italian breadcrumbs, some shredded sharp cheddar cheese, dry macaroni, Velveeta cheese, a little bit of water, herb combination, we got some salt, pepper, and a little bit of granulated garlic there, some canola oil, buffalo sauce, 2% milk, light blue cheese dressing, a little bit of unsalted butter, and last but not least, some frozen Haricot Verts. If you'd like to make this recipe, all the ingredients and measurements are down in the description of the video, along with the calorie count, the protein, the carbs, and the fat. Okay, the only prep work we need to do is with this chicken breast. We're going to be cooking this in the Possible Cooker, obviously, but we don't want it to be super thick like this, otherwise it's going to take forever. So, we're going to take our piece of chicken, and we want to cut it lengthwise, because we're going to just sort of butterfly this thing. So you don't want to cut it all the way through. You want to leave a little piece connected at the end, hence butterfly. Now all we gotta do is mix up our herb combination here, and we're gonna sprinkle this pretty liberally on both sides. I'm gonna use the entire thing because I like pretty heavily seasoned meat, but if you don't want to, you don't have to do that. Keep in mind there is a lot of salt in the cheese that we're using, so you don't necessarily need to use salt on this. I just like to do it because I like that salt to get cooked into the chicken really well. One thing that you want to note on your chicken is what direction the grain goes in. If you got your breast like this and you cut it open this way, the grain should be going across like this. That's really important because once this chicken gets done, we're going to be shredding it with a fork. And to do that, all we're going to have to do is just go right across the grain and it should just pull apart. Once we got that seasoned, we'll set this aside for a second. Now we need to preheat this cooker, so we're going to turn that on. We're going to set this to the sear and saute. We're going to leave it on high, and then we're going to start it up to preheat it. Once that's preheated, we can take off this lid. We'll throw in our canola oil. I'm going to give it a little brush just to even it out a little bit. You don't got to do that, but I'm anal retentive, so I always do this kind of time-wasting shit. And now we can lay in our chicken. Since we cut this thin, this is not going to take a super long time to cook. I would say it's only going to be about 2 or 3 minutes on each side. In any case, just keep an eye on it. How long it takes is just going to sort of depend on how thick the original cut of meat was. Hey, by the way, if this is your first time here and you want to learn some cool new recipes, get some great cooking tips and tricks and all sorts of other kitchen related things, then start now by subscribing to the channel and clicking the notification bell so you never miss a thing. Alright, let's check this sucker out. Yep, that's looking pretty good. Let's get this shredded up. Okay, remember what we said about the grain on this? We were saying that the grain was going across. If you're looking close to this, you can still see it, but it's obscured a lot by our herbs here. So we are gonna scrape this way, just to scrape this apart. If you want, you can just slice this up. It's a little bit easier, but this looks a little bit nicer for the presentation, I think. See, it comes apart real easy. If you see the grains going different ways, like up here, you can adjust the way that you're shredding this, just like that. Okay, and once you got it all shredded up, it should look a little bit like this. If you got some bigger and smaller pieces, don't worry about it. Like I said before, it doesn't have to be perfect. Just set this on this plate for now, and we'll move on to our next step. All right, now we're gonna take our water, throw it right in the pot here. You can see I didn't clean this out. You don't really gotta worry about that. What? We'll go ahead and pour in our macaroni. Give that a quick stir to even it out a little bit. We're gonna turn this on, set this to bake over here. We're gonna bring the temperature up to 400 degrees, and we wanna set the time to 17 minutes, and then we just go ahead and start this up. Now we'll just cover this up and let our macaroni cook. And all you need to remember for right now is that we're gonna need to open this up and stir that macaroni maybe 2 or 3 times during this cooking process. The reason you're gonna do that is to prevent the macaroni from sticking together. While the pasta's cooking, we're gonna turn on our oven and we're gonna set this to broil. Just be careful, you don't want the temperature over 500 degrees because 500 is the maximum for the Possible Cooker Pro bowl. Okay, once this is done, we'll give this one more quick stir. We're gonna add in our Velveeta cheese. I've sliced this into smaller pieces like this just so it's a little bit quicker to melt. You can stick it all in there as one block if you want to, but it's gonna take forever to dissolve that in here. Throw in our butter. I'm gonna stir this around a little bit just to get that cheese started on the melting. And we'll give this just a minute or two to really start getting melted. Just be careful not to stir this too hard because you don't want to bust up your macaroni. Once this starts melting really good like this, we can put in our other ingredients here. So we're gonna add in our milk, our buffalo sauce, give that a quick stir, add in all of our chicken and our green beans, and we'll stir all of this together to combine it. You don't gotta do this too much, just try to get it evened out as much as you can. And we want this to be pretty level all the way across. In a medium-sized mixing bowl, we're gonna combine the breadcrumbs, the blue cheese dressing, and our shredded sharp cheddar, and we'll give this a quick mix. And we're gonna come back to this, spoon all this out on top here, and then use a spatula to sort of even this out all the way across the top as best you can. Next, we're gonna take our inner bowl. Just be careful with this because these handles can be hot. In my case, they are cooled down pretty well now, so I can take this out. And we'll be able to put this into our preheated oven to broil for about 10 minutes or so, or until that stuff on the top is gotten a little bit crunchy. Keep an eye on it. It's going to depend pretty wildly on what kind of oven you have and how efficient it is.
One eternity later.
All right, it's been about 10 minutes. Let's take a peek at this. Remember, the oven is going to be really hot. Be sure that you're using an oven mitt and don't touch the handles here. Those are going to be hot as hell. That is looking like it's just about ready. What do you say we get this served out? That was fast, easy, delicious, and the best part is it didn't turn my kitchen into a disaster area. If you make this recipe, I think you're gonna love it, and you could probably fib a little bit to your family and tell them you were slaving all day in the kitchen. If you'd like a little bit more information about the Ninja Foodi Possible Cooker Pro that I use to make this recipe, I do have an Amazon affiliate link for it down in the description of the video. If you buy anything through those links, I do make a small commission, but it doesn't change the price that you pay, 1 cent. If you like this video, I bet you're gonna like this video right here where I use the Ninja Foodi Possible Cooker Pro to make some really great one-pot spaghetti and meatballs. That one is stupid easy and I don't think you're gonna wanna miss it. Well, that's it for now. I hope to see you back again here really soon, and until that time, I'm Joe and I hope you have a phenomenal day. Take it easy.